Up to an hour or a little over an hour for inbound and outbound flights. Same for Love Field as well. It looks like they're not going to allow arriving flights till at least right now, which I think they're going to wait a little bit longer here. So we'll keep you updated on that. But here's a look at what we have going on with our radar, showing you the reds, the yellows. That's going to be that high intensity torrential downpour that's stretching really right along the Dallas North Tollway. It's going to also stretch over parts of 75. It's also going to stretch down to spots South Dallas County near Lancaster. Now it's going to continue to move to the east here, so next locations that are going to see this heavier downpour, which is causing major delays on those roadways as well. Mesquite to Garland, Rockwall, Plano, McKinney, it's on the way to you. Denton, it's coming down pretty good, but not quite as bad as in spots in Dallas County. Fort Worth and Parker County, you're dealing with some light rainfall, but the good news is, the worst is behind you, and you are going to start to get improve here moving forward. Here's a look at some of these totals. This line that's moving through Dallas County, anywhere from about 1 inch to 2 inches falling in an hour. Now it is weakening as it moves east for most locations from Dallas north to the south, though for locations down near Hillsborough to Waco. This line is has some gusty winds with it, along with that heavier rainfall. So as this continues to track to the east throughout the afternoon, we're going to continue to watch it for you. Otherwise, once this main line moves through, yeah, there may be a few isolated showers out there, but for the most part, we will improve slightly through the rest of the day. But Sonia, we're not done with the rain. More details on our next round coming up.
Oh boy. All right, Kaylee.
Yeah. I know, you know, a lot of people know the drill here in North Texas. We're going to get into mid-June, and then we're going to kind of turn the water off, and it'll be hot and dry. So it's hard to complain, but at the same time, we do need to see a little bit of sun. Here's a look at Love Field. Right now it says no delays there, but I know they are holding off from allowing some planes to land or take off. It really just depends on the airline at this point. But delays at DFW Airport, 45 minutes. The good news is the heaviest rain has moved past both airports, so we will see conditions improve at those airports as well. Here's a live look at DFW. So here's where we're at. If you look at just zoomed in on DFW here, you can see where the heaviest torrential downpours are, and they're in the eastern part of Dallas County, southern Collin County. So we're talking West Plano, Plano down to Lancaster, down to Ferris as well. Now if we look here, you can see that we do have anywhere from about 1 inch to 2 inches per hour falling in that part of the line of storms. It also, if you watch this, it's starting to elongate down toward Hillsborough and Meridian, and that part of the storm has the potential to actually intensify a little bit as it moves south and east. So it's going to be moving out of our viewing area here, but spots along and ahead of it, Corsicana, Mejia, Waco, those locations could get gusty winds. It's not severe, but still a stronger thunderstorm and some heavier rainfall. If you look here, it's going to continue to make its way to the east. As it does that, it's cooling us off, rain-cooled air, so temperatures have dropped back into the 60s for spots like Granbury at 67, Fort Worth at 65, Denton at 65 as well. Dallas, you were at 76, you dropped to 68 as that rain moved in. You can see it's 76 in Terrell. As soon as that rain arrives, you're going to expect those temperatures to drop back into the 60s. So once this rain moves past, if you look here at our hour by hour, a lot of this, the models are they're horrendous in regards to these nocturnal thunderstorms that form off to the west and move in. So we got to take it with a grain of salt. But moving into northeast Texas as well as into central Texas, then we're going to get a break. There'll be a few sporadic thunderstorms or showers here and there, but a lot of us are going to have some time to dry out. We may even see some sunshine. I do keep our temperatures this afternoon because of this rain and the timing of when it moved in right around the 80-degree mark. I think some of us will even stay in the 70s today. What we'll watch for later this evening going into early Wednesday morning is another complex that develops in the Panhandle or western Texas and moves in. This model here is depicting it moving in at about 10, 11 o'clock in the evening and falling apart. So we'll have to watch to see. It's really going to be the evolution of that storm system on whether it actually makes it here sometime tomorrow morning or not. These overnight storms are really hard to pinpoint. But in regards to the severe weather risk, it's very low. What we have is a marginal risk here, and that is for what's going on on right now. So a lot of you that are in this have already seen this storm move through, but they've extended the marginal risk all the way into East Texas because of the line that could have some gusty winds as well as some small hail and also that heavy rainfall. But rains really are concerned. We're so extremely saturated right now, and rainfall forecast for the rest of the day today and potentially that complex that moves in overnight tonight, we could add another 1/10 of an inch to a 1/2 inch of rain. Northeast Texas, 1 inch to 3 inches of rainfall. And look where we are for May. We have about 6/10 of an inch yesterday, so that pushed us up to over 5.5 inches. And then if you look at the May normal, it's just under 5 inches, so we're well above normal. And look at the 10-day forecast. We have a dry day Thursday, but then we have a chance Friday morning and Saturday morning, and then again as we go into the 1st of June. So we still have 1, 2, 3 more chances of rain before we end the month of May. So we'll be watching this rainfall, Sonia, but overall we're just holding out for Wednesday afternoon and Thursday and seeing that sun.
All right, Kalee, thank you.
Love Field, a 60-minute delay at DFW Airport. The heaviest rainfall has passed both of these airports, which is good news, but still it is raining still at both of the airports. But here's where the strongest part of the line is. It is below severe limits, so there are no severe thunderstorm warnings, but we have had gusts up 50 to 55 miles per hour possible as it intensifies as it moves east. You can see there is some lightning strikes into southern Collin County near Wiley as well. And if I go ahead and put on here some of the estimated rainfall in the last 3 hours. In the last half hour I did an hour, but in this one I wanted to show the last 3 hours where we have anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches or more across a good portion of DFW. Now watch the motion of this line as it continues to keep itself together and make its way to the east. There are no warnings along this line, but I am seeing this location in northern Dallas County, and then also to the south where it's going toward Waco, so out of our viewing area. That part of the line is also intensifying as well. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this for you. Behind it though, conditions are improving, and with the rainfall, those temperatures drop to the 60s for a good portion of North Texas. If you're ahead of it, you're in the upper 70s. As soon as that rain moves in, you'll see those temperatures drop. We saw it in Dallas. It was 76 degrees and the rain moved through 68. Same thing in Fort Worth at 65 now. But back toward Abilene, you're starting to see those temperatures go back up into the 70s. So once the rain moves out, which will continue as we move forward through the afternoon, then we will start to see those temperatures kind of go back up. But it will be below normal, and we will have this rain with us through most of the afternoon, depending on where you are. By 1 o'clock, I do think most of this is going to be to the east of the Metroplex, and we will start to see just a few light showers around here. The worst will have moved off to the east. Once we get into the evening, okay, so we get a break, yes, but we are going to have to watch what develops out to our west. And the models have been horrendous with this, and they're notorious for not handling this very well. But watching a complex of storms that develops out west and moves in. What we're seeing right now, moving through DFW, actually formed in the Panhandle late last night. So it took a while to get here, and we're going to have a similar setup tonight. It's just how fast and if it stays together. This model has this one falling apart, but we will continue to watch that for you as we head into late tonight and Wednesday morning. Otherwise, the good news is widespread severe weather not expected for us. They did upgrade us to a marginal risk for the line that's moving through right now because of those wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour, and there's potential as it intensifies moving east, we could see a little bit of small hail. Overall though, rain is going to be our problem, about another 1/10 of an inch to a 1/2 inch before this is all said and done. So what you really want to hear from me is, when are we going to see that sunshine, right? Tomorrow, good news is whether we have rain in the morning, we are going to dry up, and the majority of the day is going to be dry and we'll see sun. Thursday, sunshine before, yep, the sun goes away again as we go into Friday to kick off Memorial Day weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we will see a little bit of sun in there, but here's your weekend forecast. I'll step out 80 degrees Saturday, 81 Sunday, and 83 on Monday. So overall, it's going to be a good Memorial Day weekend forecast, but we will have to track some rain. Going back over the forecast for today, 90% coverage as showers and thunderstorms continue to move through. Temperatures right around 70 degrees later tonight. A few storms possible. Some of us will see them, some of us won't. Then if you look at that 10-day forecast, you can see I have it dry for the holiday, but then storms return as we head into the beginning of June. Sonia?
All right, Kaylee, thank you. Final check of the forecast with meteorologist Kalee Dionne.
Yeah, so we have this line that's been making its way through. It's on the eastern edge of DFW, but it is packing a punch with 50 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts at the leading edge, plus some heavy rainfall and quite a bit of lightning now with it. Below severe limits, but something to watch. Make sure to download the WFAA app. You can keep track of the radar, and if a warning does pop up, it will alert you. Plus, we're going to be all over social media as well for updates as we continue to watch this line move through. Behind it, though, conditions will improve, but we do have another line of storms that we're going to be watching for later on tonight into tomorrow morning. All of that coming up at 4 o'clock.
All right,